So speed in Skyblock is definitely key for just succeeding against any enemy, because if an enemy's booking it at you and you can't run away, that's a bit scary. That's a bit bad. So whenever you're wearing something like a Warden helmet or just anything that's decreasing your speed by any amount, it gets a bit scary. But what if I told you there was a way to avoid this? What if I told you that we too could control the enemy's speed and basically control time in Hypixel Skyblock? Hello random people on the internet, my name is Banana, and today we are going to be becoming a Time Lord, effectively, in Hypixel Skyblock. Now, this is a very intriguing and interesting strategy. It's definitely going to allow you to not get hurt, and if you have the right damage setup, it might allow you to get some kills a little bit easier. So if this helps you out, or if you just enjoy the video, I'd really appreciate a subscription, because we're on the final stretch to 50,000 subscribers. We might honestly hit it before this video even comes out, and I can't begin to thank you guys enough for all the insane support I've been getting recently. I didn't think that I'd ever be able to get back to this point on my channel, and I'm just so happy to see a community around me that is as supportive as you guys. But let's get into what makes a Time Lord in Hypixel Skyblock. So speed is something that you can easily gain, and a lot of the time people are at the maximum speed that is possible. So increasing that past what a bunch of people have already done is not very easy, and it basically just can't happen because there is a cap on your speed. But we don't need speed if we're slowing enemies down, and the first thing that we're going to use to slow the enemies down is a new item added in the most recent update. If we go down to Jax, he has an arrow. It is called the Icy Arrow, and it applies slowness 1 for 3 seconds to targets. There's no cooldown on this, and it is basically just, it's free slowness. It's pretty nice that this arrow exists. It's one of the better arrows because the damage on it is actually the highest out of any arrow when it comes to just the base increase in damage. And we picked up a bunch of those. I have them in my quiver right now. We got a lot of icy arrows. I also have some bouncy arrows in here, but we have our arrow swapper selected on icy arrows, so we are going to be applying slowness 1 to any enemy that we hit. The problem with myself is that I'm far too good at the game, and I'm far too humble. Everyone knows that I'm a very humble and amazing player, but I do too much damage for testing on most mobs. So what are we gonna do about that? Well, we're gonna use a brand new weapon. We're not gonna be a Terminator player. We're not even going to be a Juju Non. We're gonna stoop down to the lowest of the low level. We're gonna be an artisanal short bow Non. I'm basically just going to be using this weapon as a debuff applier with the Icy Arrow, and I'm not going to plan to kill anything with it. We're just literally using it to slow enemies down. But slowness 1 by itself is not that slowing. It doesn't actually take away much of your movement speed, so we gotta use a couple more things. And the next thing we're using is the Frozen Scythe. The Frozen Scythe is going to slow enemies hit for 5 seconds whenever you use it. You guys have seen the Frozen Scythe. It just shoots an icicle out the front of it, and it's going to slow the enemies a little bit more. But even that is not super impressive. There is one more thing that we can do to slow enemies to an insane level, and that thing is the Spider Pet. The Spider Pet has a perk called Web Weaver. Upon hitting a monster, it becomes slowed by 40%. So the spider combined with the arrow combined with the Frozen Scythe should mean that we're going to have enemies crawling at us. They're going to be coming so slow that we can just run laps around them and kill them from range, whatever we want to do, once they are just slowed down to their minimum speed. So there's not many creatures outside of dungeons that are actually able to survive this, but inside of dungeons you'll see that this is going to slow them down to a crawl. This Withermancer right here he just can't move. Like, look at him. He's walking so slow towards me. I don't know how practical this is, but it is really funny to hit an enemy with just a Frozen Scythe and an arrow shot, and they just they literally can't move. You can then just like throw an axe of the shredded at them or kill them with any good weapon, but it's just hilarious seeing them slow down so much, especially since this isn't even using something like an ice spray wand or glue arrows that would slow these guys down even more, because that would literally just stop them. Look at this guy, dude. Oh no, a mini boss. Whatever will I do? I wonder if he'll chase me down at Mach 10. Oh wait, he can't. Oh, dude, this is so funny. They literally, I'm walking backwards and I have like no speed and I can get away from him. So as you can see, this strategy makes enemies just absolutely slow down to a crawl. This is definitely not the only way to slow enemies down. You can stop them by using something like an ice spray wand or something like the new glue arrows, but that isn't as funny as seeing them like walk towards you really slow. Those stop them fully, but this strategy is definitely just a little bit more interesting. There's also the idea of potions. I didn't really look into this too much in the videos because throwing potions in dungeons is a bit weird, but where is the actual potion that I'm looking for? Stun potions. Stun enemies, they just stop them from moving, and then I don't know if slowness potions still exist, but maybe slowness potions also apply onto enemies, but those are things that you wouldn't really be able to use a lot, so I didn't talk about them much in the video. I think that this frozen scythe combined with the spider pet combined with the short bow shooting the new arrows is just slow enough to make this actually a little bit entertaining. So let me know down in the comments if you're going to try to do something similar to this strat, whether it's just using icy arrows or just using anything to slow it down, because the spider pet alone is actually pretty crazy. I hadn't tried it out before I was doing stuff for this video, and it's pretty nuts. I was surprised to see how good it was, but leave a comment down below if that's something that's going to interest you. What arrow are you guys actually using? I know that the bouncy arrows are definitely pretty fun, but I haven't really found the one arrow that makes me have the most epic gamer time, so I still need to figure that out. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you once again so much for all of the support recently. 50K is a huge number, and I can't wait to just keep making content for you guys, and maybe we can get that number to 100K at some point. We're beating Zach to 100K, guys. I'm just kidding. He's at 98.6K. If I beat Zach to 100K, either Zach has fallen off of the planet and gotten his channel terminated, or I am Dream secretly. But I hope you enjoyed it. That's going to be it for the video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.